record you're listening to has sold more than 1 million copies. The solo voice belongs to a private first class in the United States Army who is one of these three people. What is your name, please?
My name is Anita Humes. My name is Anita Humes. My name is Anita Humes.
Only one of these people is the real Anita Humes. The other two are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Pamela Tiffin, Orson Bean, and Kitty Carlisle on To Tell the Truth. And here is our host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much. Welcome once again to Tell the Truth. Good evening, panel.
Good evening, Bud.
That's what I like to hear. We're brought to you this week by Anacin, the headache remedy to relieve pain, so relax tension, and calm nerves. Anacin. Pamela Tiffin, welcome to you.
Thank you.
This is your very first visit to our show.
Yes.
Although for a young lady of such tender years, you certainly racked up a number of motion pictures. 8 in number, I think you've done.
Yes, I just finished my 8th.
What was the name of the one you just finished?
The one I just finished is called Hallelujah Trail. It's a Cinerama Western.
And isn't the one that was just released before the one you just finished?
The other one that's coming out is called The Pleasure Seekers, about 3 girls in Spain.
You're a busy girl, aren't you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Been on much television?
Well, not too much. A lot out on the coast, but I've never been on a show like this.
You notice what she means? She's pointing to you two guys. Watch it. Have a good time with it. I'm sure you will. Panel, open up that envelope, if you will, please, and follow along with your copies of this first story. I, Anita Humes, have successfully combined military life with a singing career. When I was in the Marine Corps, 3 enlisted men and I formed a vocal group called the Essex. We recorded a song that sold more than 1 million copies. I left the Marines and the group broke up. I soon found, however, that I missed the military life, so I re-enlisted for a 3-year hitch in the armed forces, this time in the Women's Army Corps, where I have continued my singing career as a recording artist. Signed, Anita Humes. Panel, these 3 young ladies all claim to be, as you heard, Anita Humes, singing soldier, I guess you could call her. Let's start this questioning with Tom Poston. Tom?
Oh, thank you, Bud. I'll ask number 3, just for fun. Who's William B. Williams?
I don't know.
Do you know number 2?
He's a disc jockey here in New York.
Thank you. Do you know what station he's on, number 1?
WNEW, I think.
Number 1, who's played your record more than any other station in New York?
INS. WINS.
WINS? Thank you. Number 3, what is your group called now? You have a group now, do you not?
No, I'm a single now.
Oh, you're not singing with a group anymore?
No.
Number 2, are there wax at Fort Ord in California? Do you know?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Pamela Tiffin.
Number 1, what other singing groups are there that have started in the armed forces? None that I know of. None that you know of. I see. Well, number 3, what does Murray the K mean to you?
He's a disc jockey.
I see. Who's the biggest seller of rock and roll records, number 2?
Biggest seller?
Rock and roll records.
Rock and roll records.
Riverside Records, I believe.
I see. What does Brother Jack McDuff mean to you?
You asking me?
Mm-hmm. Too.
Nothing.
Orson Bean, incidentally, Orson, your new show opened.
I Was Dancing. It's playing on Broadway, and it's a marvelous show by the Pulitzer Prize-winning author Edwin O'Connor, who wrote The Last Hurrah and Edge of Sadness. It's a marvelous show.
You're in it, it's bound to be.
Bless you, buddy.
We'll be to see it. Good luck.
All right. Well, now I'm anxious to get into this because I am a big fan of the rock and roll. I have an enormous collection of the platters, as they say in the trade, by such artists as the Orlons, the Cadillacs, and Garnet Mims and the Enchanters. Number 3, name several of the biggest hits recorded by Garnet Mims and the Enchanters and all that crowd.
Oh, heavens.
All right, that's good enough.
Crybaby.
Number 1, Bo Diddley. Who is Bo Diddley?
He's a singer.
Number 2, do you agree with that? I'm not sure that... Well, yeah, no,
Well, he acts also.
Does he? All right.
Kitty Carlisle.
Number one, where did you go to boot camp?
For the Marines or the WACs?
Oh, do the WACs have boot camp too?
Yes, it's a training camp.
Where's that?
In Fort McLennan.
Number two, where's Paris Island?
It's off the coast of South Carolina.
Number three, where are the shores of Tripoli?
I can't remember.
Isn't that part of the Marine hymn?
Yes, it is.
Who's the head of the Marines, number one?
Right now, it's
Yeah.
Colonel Rasmussen.
Thank you. Number two, what is your pay as a private?
Oh, about, before taxes, about 143 a month.
Like the rest of us, before taxes. Number three, where did you do your training as a WAC?
I didn't train as a WAC.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh, the women.
Time is gone, but there is time still for you to mark your ballots, and that we ask you to do immediately, without consultation of any kind and without, of course, changing once you have marked. Simply vote now for number 1, number 2, or number 3. And our team of challengers will receive the usual $250 for every incorrect vote.
Oh,
Are all your ballots marked?
I didn't mark mine
You
yet,
haven't marked yours
because
yet?
I'm so confused about it.
Mark it away, if you will.
See.
And tell us now, Tom, for whom you voted.
I voted for number 2. Not because she has a uniform on. That's silly. They try to fool you. But I don't know. She seemed to know. She knew who Bill Williams was, and he's one of the most best-known and nicest disc jockeys in the business, so I figured it was maybe number 2.
Pamela Tiffin.
Well, I voted for number one because I think she knows a lot about radio stations and singers.
Orson.
I bought that record by the Essex. I have my friends all told me run to him, swing with him. I love that record. I'm sorry to hear the group broke up, but at least you're defending your country, whoever you are. Now, number one said INS instead of WINS, which is very kind of hip and in the trade. Made me thought it was her. But then she said Colonel Rasmussen, which sounds ridiculous. Number two I ruled out because Bo Diddley does not act. He just kind of sings, in a crazy way. And I voted for number three because she's a fine, lovely girl. I think it's her.
Who gets your vote?
I voted for number two. I didn't know about Bo Diddley. I don't know much about rock and roll. But number two knew where Paris Island was, and I think that a Marine must know where the shores of Tripoli is, and so I voted for number R. So I voted for number two.
All right, there we are. The votes are all in and the minds are made up. Let's find out now, shall we? Which one of these young ladies, in truth, is the real singing soldier? Will the real Private First Class Anita Humes please stand up?
And wail.
My friends all tell me run to him.
Well done, well done. Good job of fooling. You may be seated, if you will. How much longer do you have in your present enlistment now?
2.5 years.
2.5 more years. And you do get time off to record still?
Yes.
Good. Well, much success to you. Number one, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My name is Susan Josephs. I'm a 7th grade teacher in Joan of Arc Junior High School here in New York.
And number two, you got the major portion of votes. What is your real name and what do you do?
My name is Julie Kellum, and I prepare foods for television commercials here in New York.
Well, in checking the score, we find that there were 3 incorrect votes. That is 3 times $250, or a total of $750 that you ladies take away with you. Also, on your way out, there will be a gift package of all the fine products from the makers of Anison. We thank you very much for sharing this evening with us and making it so much brighter. Goodbye, and God bless you.